of 30.
David just kind of throwing back some lobs and throwing back some easy balls.
Very casual, very casual.
Yeah, just kind of, and he'll come at you hard every now and then. You have to be ready at all times. Look at that. Just
there it is. From nowhere, he looks like he's not doing anything, and then he pounces on you.
Yeah.
He also hits a very heavy ball, which it's tough to volley, but he hits it so hard, it's tough to get it to come off your paddle. No strings.
Probably has more offensive advantages than any other player in the game today.
Absolutely.
And just long. 15-40.
Peter at least did not lose his game at love serving.
But he could be the fourth in a row to lose service.
We put odds on it right now that we're going to have 4 breaks in a row. Very difficult to actually win while you're right here at the net. With the exception of Artie's drop shot, I don't think another point has been won at the net. Bruce will try to lob down the line to Artie's side on this side so that David will get a better chance to hit one. Very close to the line.
He's trying to keep it away from that forehand. There it comes.
Oh,
we didn't get there in time.
Didn't get over it.
You could see him inching over, though. He's sneaking, looking for the opportunity.
30-40.
You can tell he's disappointed that he missed that shot. He's going to look for a return right here. Oh, he comes at it with his two-handed backhand just into the tape.
It was a good serve.
Good serve, exactly.
Gruenberg, because it got past his forehand and forced David to play it off the net.
That's right. Another great shot. This one just rolled over and Artie missed that drop.
He's 1 for 2 on that flip.
Yeah.
Has a very high percentage for all the offense he has.
Advantage Ohlmuller.
Great shot.
There's the blitz we were talking about.
1-2 punch. The return and then the...
It was a bunny volley for Bruce because David's shot popped up off of the paddle of Gruenberg.
2-all, so Kelsey will serve.
They're talking about changing the ball because weather like this, the ball really takes a beating. It starts to actually disintegrate at times, and you have to bring a new one into play. So the players try to agree on when they're going to switch the ball.
That was the usual time after a set?
Usually time is after a set. You'll be able to play most sets with 1 ball, although it will be pretty chewed up by the end of the set.
Now it's a solid rubber ball.
That's
right. Solid rubber, heavy, with a little flocking on the outside. That flocking starts to peel away from all the spin and the grit on the court and into the wires. Good serve by Bruce. He hits one of the hardest serves in the game and manages to keep it from not coming out too far.
There's a big forehand.
A great hit by Peter.
Good lobs by Artie. Set him up.
Peter was on top of the serve, just tried to get it a little too low.
Yeah, he looks sharp. I mean, he missed that one, but that was a good swing.
Again, for those watching new to paddle, of course, the obvious difference is the 1 serve and playing off the screens.
That's right.
But the subtle difference, we're certainly seeing it here, the power game, and particularly the power serve, is not that big an advantage.
That's right. This ball's coming way out. You see that? And Gruenberg took advantage of it. Oh, they let that one go.
Let it go. He thought it was going out.
Bruce's serve did come way out.
Way out.
It became an easy shot for Peter.
It's good thing our friends at Green Mountain have put together a good constructed court.
That's right.
Absolutely. It's taking a beating.
That's right. Players come bounding into the side wires, all and back wires all the time. There's a spike right through.
Overhead.
Bruce retrieved
Good
it.
retrieve.
David looks for a big ball and hits Peter.
That's something you're going to see also. Sometimes where the fellows at the net are so low to the court that you aim up high on them to try to hit them with the ball. The volleying is great from down low. You can get them up high and jam them. What a half volley from Bruce.
Great volleying there. And settle into a little more defensive mode after they got by that offensive blast.
You're going to see a flurry of activity, and they settle into a pattern, and then the activity starts again. There it is.
And just
a heavy ball.
Just in case you're at home wondering, why doesn't the team at the net just slam it into the court, bounce it over the netting? You lose the point when the ball goes out of play.
The ball has to stay within the court boundaries. And a great return by Artie.
All of you at home saying, boy, I could win every point.
That's
nope.
Right.
They've already thought of that. That's going to go wild. We're back to deuce.
Bruce is battling on his serve. Challenge Peter. That was about 120 mile an hour serve, and Peter swung away at it.
Advantage Kelsey.
That's a great volley by Bruce. Artie made a terrific shot, and Bruce kept that ball in play. Have a chance here for a first hole to serve.
Potential hole.
Artie also likes to hit a real high lob.
Luckily, there are no clouds up there. Catch some rain.
Peter rolled it in and taken over the net.
A little off-speed drive. As we've seen so far, though, the net is not necessarily an advantage.
It's true. That's the first ball in the nick, and David played it nicely, kept it in play. Just rolled that over nicely, yep. Artie was ready for it, made a good volley back, nice and deep. The key to the volley is keeping it deep so they can't get an offensive edge off a short ball. Another good hard volley, and Bruce wasn't quite ready. He couldn't reload after he hit that forehand.
We go back to deuce. Here in game 5, first set, we're tied at 2 apiece.
Reverse spin. Nice low ball.
Smart move by Artie. So,
did that get?
Well, again, Bruce is in the wrong side. They'll have to switch.
Right away.
Get used to playing one side of the court, and it becomes a disadvantage if you get switched and out of position. So you want to get back as quickly as you can. Hope that your partner can put a lob up and get you back over there. It was a great ball.
Look at that.
Great ball.
Lead cord got him. That's what David does so well right there. He flipped it right off his ankles. Just about. It was a nothing ball, but it skips the top of the net, and that's painful.
Advantage Kelsey. Playing for the '95 APTA National Championship.
I would think the winner of this match will be the #1 team in the nation. Bruce went for another hard serve. Just missed a little long.
He sort of hurt himself this game. 3 faults this game. Tough. It's a battle. Got to get it in play. There's a blitz.
Take over the net.
There it is. Now, if it was colder, that ball would sort of suck into the back wire there and be tougher to get. Today, it comes right back out and easy play.
You can see that ball is turning from that nice bright yellow to getting almost difficult to see any color on it anymore. Another break point
opportunity. Now we're going to see about the serve here.
Advantage Williams.
And a great serve by Bruce. He hit it. Nailed it in the corner.
From that one. want to see Artie and Peter be very patient back here.
Wait for an opportunity to hit. There it is. Good hands by David. Spike. And there it is. Yeah.
Williams went up high for that.
He likes the overhead.
That's right.
Slam dunk.
Call that one a spike. You're actually trying to hit an overhead to hit high off the screen to come back off the back wire.
And I think they're changing the ball.
Here's a look at that last point and watch for the spike by Williams.
The lob goes up and the overhead is hit a little too short when it comes. The point is still in play.
Here it comes, right? Okay, we made the
that was a good volley by David at that point. Yep. And then when this overhead, Bruce is trying to get it from the side wire to the back wire, but doesn't make it to the back wire. Already jumps up and spikes it, and it's hit like a rocket, and David can't handle the volley.
He's got fast hands, but tough to volley that ball.
Yeah.
Williams will be serving.
We're waiting for a hold.
We're waiting for a hold. That's it.
There will be a hold.
That's
we
right.
will predict there will be a hold to serve.
It looks like the team that will hold first could possibly win. That's right, could win the match.
David, we know the feeling.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think we were broken 52 consecutive times, I think, this morning. In the super reprieve round, that was it. You got to battle. That's what
right.
You have to do. You got to get the serve in. You got to get in there and make some shots.
They've switched the ball, so they're loosening it up a little bit.
I was going to say, so the players get a chance to test out the
Well,
new
it
ball.
also warms up a little bit.
It's much more solid now.
But it's tough to serve with the new ball. It's a little better.
It is.
You heard Williams say that he couldn't see. And when you're on that far side of the court to our left, you're looking right up into the sun.
Yeah.
It makes a difference in the overhead. You don't want to be hanging any of these overheads up.
You heard him on the serve.
Yeah.
Now again, he's going back to the side that he had trouble with. Let's see if he does any kind of adjustment if you can.
The hat goes
pull
down
that
lower,
hat
right?
way down. As soon as you toss, you're looking right into the setting sun.
Oh, good
drive.
Yeah, good return by Bruce.
Gotta watch out for Bruce's forehand.
Another fault, but again, that Artie's trying to hit it very short up into the David's backhand to try to negate some of that offense, and it forces a fault. Typical, you get a chance, Bruce goes for something probably a little too much for him to try at that point. That's a good serve. David just letting him come into the wires. He'll take his time and look for an opportunity. He's coming up a little closer. He's looking for that two-handed backhand to hit. There it is. You can see him looking to set that up.
In addition to having the big power, he also hits the off-speed ball. It makes you wave at it up at the net.
I'm sure everybody is very anxious during all these points, all the family members watching. It gets difficult to watch matches like this that take so long.
Much tougher to watch than play. Absolutely.
David's mom is always anxious when he's playing, so is all the rest of the family. But Bruce's family's here, Artie and Peter's family. It's a real New Jersey get-together here.
Wind takes it wide. There you see our view, and you see the glare coming off the court, and that's another thing the players have to be concerned with, but certainly that is looking almost into the setting sun.
Bruce trying to pump David up here on the serve.
Yeah.
He knows how important a hold will be. 2 missed returns here. Nice half volley.
That's good. Good ball right down at Bruce's feet. Couldn't flick it back up.
It was just about to say, let's not get too excited because it's 30
That's
love.
right.
Yeah.
We're within range, though, Paul.
This is a big return right here for Artie to get it back to 30 all. David hit a great
Good
serve.
serve.
Artie was anticipating one to his forehand.
There's those hands.
Great
Nice
volley and a
dig.
good dig out of the backhand wires by Art. Bruce yelling you, talking about the, have to know who's going to hit those overheads. There's no mistake. You don't want to both be watching a ball. Let it drop between you. Bruce hit one in the nick, and Peter plays it out nicely.
You can see the wind holding the ball up when it gets way up there. Artie uses that high lob very effectively, but I don't know if he can do it with the wind. Ooh, there's a break right there.
Yeah.
All right, we are at
Uh-oh.
40-15.
Look out.
We have not had anyone hold service today. And
Be a
we are in
standing
game
ovation
7.
if they hold.
David served a great
it's
ball.
perfect serve.
Great
An ace.
serve.
An ace and a hold.
That's what it takes to win a game.
Well, they got a few breaks that game.
Here is
That
the
was great.
serve.
You get a chance to see that. Hits it right to the corner, going right into the corner of the court, and comes out on an angle that Peter just cannot get. It's a terrific serve. Unfortunately, we can't serve those all the time.
Yeah, it didn't hit off, it went side then back screen. Rather than come back towards the net, it
Kind of
almost
went back wide.
Went along the back wire.
Just
parallel
depends.
to the net.
Those can go both ways. They
Yep.
can go along the side wire or out there, and you're trying to guess right. And there was no play. It wasn't that hard, but sometimes the hard serve doesn't help you.
During the points, your partner will have to cover a shot like that for you. Normally, the player that's on the side has to press near the side wires
Right.
in case the ball comes up that side. And that's the ball he has to hit. If it comes bounding back into the court, that ball's expected to be picked up by your partner. They have a good partner like David. He covers all those balls out of the nick for me.
Except for today, 3 or 4 chances.
Gets harder in the third set when your legs
right.
don't want to
You get
move.
tired. That might be a factor also. We should mention that Kelsey and Ohlmuller had a 3-setter, long
Yes.
3-setter this morning, and if this match goes on, especially Kelsey will have to see if he can hold up.
An incredibly long 3-setter, especially that first set took forever.
Great volley right to the baseline. There's the
Nick,
ball
ooh,
with
nice
a great get by Bruce. Quick hands.
David was not going to be there.
Bruce went right to the corner, hoping that that was going to come out. It didn't. He had to put it up defensively. A lot of balls being hit to Bruce's backhand. They're trying to keep the ball so it cannot be offensively hit. Now there's a loss of point right there. You cannot hit the ball out of the court.
You got a bad break there, I
Yeah,
think.
it took a weird bounce
The
off the
ball
back
hit
screen.
the top of the metal, and
Right.
it angled up out over the court. Normally, you can catch a break, hit the metal, and bound and stay in the court. It's a tough spot to hit,
Tough
though.
spot. There's the ripper.
David with a good backhand, but Peter was up to the test with that volley. Bruce with a rip.
Volleys.
Away.
Flirting with that high corner
The
again.
ball's bounding a lot
That's
higher
it.
than they expect. There's a slash, a lot of underspin, trying to slide it and keep it low. Bruce dug it out nicely, though. See, David is patiently, he's way back. You see him start to step up into the court, then you know he's going to start to look for a little more offensive shot.
Here's a tester right here, love 30. Bruce is going to look to fire.
Peter gets the net cord.
Net cord. That was a little
He's
tight.
I think he's looking to try to serve one up the center of the court here. Looks right down the middle.
Too good.
That just allows
Okay.
Bruce to take a free swing at it. I don't think David will hold back at love 40.
I don't think so either.
If this ball's anywhere in his range, you're going to see it.
I see he's going to Peter. He's going at Artie. Oh, good serve, though.
That was a good serve, right?
Serve
The
at
only
love
thing
40. He was looking for it, but he knew serve was too good. Now we'll see them be patient, I believe. They'll look for their chance, but at love 40, they want to make them work to come back.
Both Peter and Artie can't really afford to do much with this point. They have to make sure they keep it in play where David and Bruce can take a swing at it when they get a chance. There it comes. It's a great volley. It's curving on the line. A great get. It's a great get.
Kelsey showing some speed there.
I give Artie and Peter credit. They didn't try to get that point back right away. They've settled back in. Oh, spoke a little too soon. He tried to get it back a little early. It happens, and unfortunately, you get a point where the tables turn and you try to get it back too quickly.
Very tough to come back after that.
So it's 5-3, and Kelsey will be serving for the first set.
And Bruce did not get away with that hard serve, but he did with that return right there.
Some uncharacteristic errors from Peter there. Might be pressing a little bit.
That's a great return. Good volley, let court.
Went high on him again. Peter was looking for the ball down by his knees. David got him right under the armpit. He's got the hat turned around now, though. Could be the key. I think he turned it around when they held last time.
Bruce is still firing.
Firing away. If you notice when he hits it that hard, he didn't even come into the net behind it.
Bruce knows that if that ball comes off the wire, Peter is going to drive it. What Peter has to do is drive it with a little patience, little ease. That's a great volley by Bruce.
Great slash volley.
Let that one hit the edge of the line.
Looking at a couple of set points here. 3 set points.
Man,
serve.
I don't know anyone else in the game that hits the serve as hard as Bruce.
Oh, 40-15.
I think that hit David, or David hit the net on that play.
Charlie Stevens, acting as our umpire for this match, made the call.
Bruce moved over and made that volley. David was back.
There's that overhead again.
Ooh, tried to flip that backhand.
40-30.
Bruce wants this. He's going to fire this ball, I think, as hard as he can serve it right to this backhand corner. Try to nail it right into the corner of the court.
He's been lucky that's been coming out down towards Peter's side. It hasn't popped out straight, so Artie can get a swing out of it.
It's a good serve.
Again, made him play it on the backhand. Now he's got an open.
Peter looking to try to blitz a little bit. Sometimes you hit a good lob, you can come in and pick off an easy overhead.
That's one of those sky lobs.
Gotta let the wind move it around.
It's definitely a factor.
Already looking to hit something if he gets the chance.
Especially
curving wide. It was out of the court anyway.
It's out.
Either way, it would have lost the point. First set goes to Kelsey and Ohlmuller. 6-3.
The wind took that ball, blew it about 5 or 6 feet out there.
It's a good lob when it started.
Those high lobs are tough.
Well, David has been really hot this year. He's been, he's won every tournament that he's played, and with different partners.
We're going to take a short break at this point with Kelsey and Ohlmuller having won the first set by a score of 6-3. We'll be right back to the 1995 APTA Nationals right after this short pause.
Rolex. Performance. Rolex. Precision. Rolex. Strength. Rolex. The choice of champions. Rolex.
Hi, I'm Bill Grant, host of the Suburban Gym. Join me along with experts in the fields of health, fitness, and nutrition as we discuss various ways in which you can live a more healthful lifestyle. So be sure to join me on the Suburban Gym, Mondays at 9 p.m. and Saturdays at 11:30 a.m. only on Suburban Cablevision TV3.
Extra for the comedic line.
This is a look at the setup here at the Montclair Golf Club. The two courts that most of the action took place on were the temporary courts, but there are a number of courts that are used here at the club for the benefit of the members. What a great setup. Again, Green Mountain platform tennis setting up the courts. Again, our thanks to Larry Chapin, tournament director, for all his help, and of course Charlie Stevens, the president of the APTA, for his hospitality, and he's also doing a great job as our umpire for this championship match. You're watching the championship match of the '95 APTA Nationals. You're watching the defending champions, Gruenberg and Williams, but they are having a tough time right now. Kelsey and Ohlmuller won the first set 6-3. Art Williams will be serving.
They have not held yet.
The new ball.
Changed the ball again after just a few short games.
Yeah.
3 games.
Bruce playing the wires very deftly. See Artie squinting as he's looking up.
David always looking to come in behind that ball.
Bruce is just kind of picking away at the lineup at the net, see what they would do with a little ball that was flipped at him. David doing the same thing. Just tried to roll it over.
15 love. I'm Paul Spahala, with me Scott Estes, David Fair. Gentlemen, real quick on the ball change, is that something the players have to ask the umpire, or does the umpire do that at his discretion?
Well, normally the ball is changed at the end of the set, so
Right.
we mentioned that, and this was the beginning of the second set. But
I think all players have to agree, basically, to change it. These guys are all friends, and it's better paddle when the ball's in better shape, so I think they're just sort of agreeing on it.
30 love.
Good serve. Bruce with a good get out of the wires, keeping it in play. No,
We
that's
lost that
obviously in the sun.
Even in the backcourt, Peter holding his hand out, can't. What's tough to do is with the sun, they can't track the ball around the screens, and it's tough to be ready for the offense. If they lose it for a second, there's another nick.
Bruce calling out yep to let his partner know that the lob is going to be good. Make sure you hit it. David said, I don't know, and it was deep.
30-15.
David twisting that paddle. Bruce comes in off a
Nice
terrific
poach.
drive. Great volley by Artie, and Bruce then finishes off and takes the net. Now we got to settle into the defensive action.
It's where the warm weather hurts a little bit. That ball came flipping out just enough so Artie can grab it.
Normally, that's right. The point would have ended. That was a great
nice
drive.
forehand.
Great drive by Peter.
Peter was looking for it. David tried to cross.
Bruce is admonishing himself for hitting that ball a little too short to Peter's forehand, saying, what am I thinking?
Bruce is usually a little fiery. We know that. Very intense. He wants it bad. They're also looking to unseat these defending champs. Can't
Great
see the lob
lob.
again. Couldn't
Lateral.
see it. They turned and headed for cover early on them. The sun is really playing a factor. Look at the wind blow the ball also. Ooh, David.
David fought off that volley right in the center.
Here comes another one.
And forced Artie to go for a little too much.
40-30.
Now, what do you think Artie and Peter have to do to change this around a little bit?
I think right now Artie's got to calm down a little bit. Artie is over-swinging.
Could be pressing a little bit, feeling the pressure of being the defending champs.
That's for sure.
Absolutely. We don't have to worry about that, you and I, so.
Well,
Not for a few years. Maybe next year.
Maybe forever, Paul.
I'll tell you, if you get the right partner. I was lucky enough this year to play with David Ohlmuller in the New Jersey's men's state championships, and we won.
Great forehand.
And terrific point, and it was against Bruce. So David has played against his own partner and beaten him at times.
Well, Artie and Peter have a great record throughout this year and throughout their partnership. I think they've been in 15 of 18 tournaments that they played, and they've been in the finals, which is unbelievable. And David Ohlmuller can just about win with anybody, I would say.
That's right. He's won with four or five different people this year.
And he's personally beaten Scott and I with two
different partners.
And beaten us pretty senseless, I would say. Seen a lot of errors here from Peter and Artie, and now all of a sudden
I think they're just pressing a little bit. They've got to be confident that they can stay in the match and not try to do too much.
It's going to be a big serve here. You got to buy him. Oh, Artie looked like he twisted something there. When he went back for that ball.
He's still hopping around right. There's a nick, but Peter covered it.
Nice teamwork. Which is interesting because Artie lives in Chicago and Peter plays here in New Jersey, and they are probably one of the most consistent teams playing, even though they don't get to practice with each other. Looks like Artie's okay. We'll see after this point.
Yeah, a 3/4 New Jersey final here.
Well, Artie's really a New Jersey guy also. That ball.
Oh,
that's a tough way.
Very
tough way to lose the points.
Yeah.
But this is what happened. The matches are close, and a let ball, a nick, missed, one easy miss or a fall, and it turns quickly.
That's right.
Scott, not to put any reason on why David would choose to play with you, but why would a guy change partners for another tournament, especially when his partner is in that same tournament?
Actually, he didn't change for that tournament. You have a tendency to play some tournaments with different partners. The New Jersey States, Bruce Kelsey has played with Steve Nickham, and Bruce and Steve won that tournament for the past 4 years. They were going for 5 in a row. I just happened to be at the right spot at the right time and asked if David would like to play with me. And we went out and had a tremendous 3-hour battle, 7-6 tiebreaker, 8-6
That was an unbelievable
in the
match, sort of like the semifinal match this
morning. I have to thank David for all his efforts to help us attain that championship. That was his first New Jersey men's state championship also.
Interestingly enough, most times in paddle, you're taking off layers of clothing as the match goes on. But here we're closing in on 4 o'clock. It's getting a little windier. We might, will we see players start to add a layer or two?
I don't think so. These guys are all pretty much shorts guys. You'll see sometimes in about 20 degrees they have the shorts on. People think they're crazy, but when you're moving around.
If it went 3 sets, you'd probably see some change of shirts, but that's about it.
All right. Kelsey serving.
Peter with a good return.
Nice.
Something I think he had to do, and Peter had the presence of mind. Bruce served him a little easier, and Peter went for a nice easy return.
Right, overswing.
Right, just put it back in, and they took the net over. Now they have to watch this point here. David's in close, and he keeps flipping the ball at you.
Also have to watch out for Bruce's chip. He looks like he's going to lob it on the backhand side, and he throws in a chip. can fool the opposition.
That's that lob down the line to try to set David up.
There's a slasher. For the most part, they've been doing a pretty good job of keeping David off the forehands there with the overhead.
You can see the overheads going into the corners, but no one's really being beaten by any balls being hit. That's because the players are very defensively minded. They know all they have to do is just wait. The ball will come around the wires. They give them a chance to put it up and put it back in play. So when you're at the net, you're really just trying to watch out for shots like that.
Well, I was going to ask that the slash looks to be a shot that could be a great winner.
Absolutely.
But
That's right.
at this level, is it maybe less effective because all the players are so good?
A good slash is
slash
a
is
way to
tough.
win a point at the net, but what you need is a little shorter lob.
Right.
As long as the lobs are hit high and somewhat, you know, in the middle of the court, it's difficult to slash a ball.
There's that nick right up the wire.
They already anticipated it was going to come back down to the middle of the court and went right up the side wire, and he was caught flat-footed. Bruce
Let's hit
way
that
off
serve
the
off
top
the
of
edge.
his paddle, but he's trying to hit it very hard. He's serving very well, though, with the pace he's putting on the ball. He's putting it in the box.
Yeah, he's not being hurt by it at all, really, yet. Big
That's
forehand.
a great return
Nice
by
flip.
Artie.
Good thing David didn't listen.
And they switch.
Flip. There's that slash. There
There
it
was a
right
slash.
there.
That was a slash.
If you notice, that ball was about his waist level when he slashed it.
Right.
And that's why it really carried away from Bruce.
And practically unreturnable.
Definitely.
Peter could not hit that one off the wire.
They're fighting that sun also.
Peter and Artie know too well that the balls going up here are difficult for them, so they're not hesitating to keep putting the ball up in the air. And then all of a sudden you want to hit. It was a good ball to hit. Artie just came over the top of it a little too much.
40-30.
Artie is really trying to time Bruce's serve.
Absolutely.
It's fast ball against a big swing.
There it is. It's another hold.
Bruce changed up though. It was a good
Little
good
slow
move.
off pace.
He put it, and he also put it down the center of the court, forced Artie to come way into the center. Artie swung, went off the top of his paddle. Every hold is a big hold.
Absolutely. Rejected by the net there. Bruce had a good swing at that one.
Right now, I'd have to say the advantage so far has been serving. I'd say David and Bruce have served better than Artie and Peter.
Well, Artie and Peter have yet to win a serve.
That's right, they haven't
They're
done
0
that.
for 5.
It may not be just because of the fact that, you know, the serve itself, but here I would say that there has been a definite advantage. Bruce's serving has been
Excellent. Keeping
excellent,
them
and David
very defensive.
has actually served very well for him too.
Right, that's probably the one thing that he does normally in terms of that. And he's really perked it up. They really haven't hurt him on the drives. He looks so casual back there, but he's ready to spring into action. There's that chip.
Conserving his energy.
That's right. Nice flip. You see David get out of the way because Artie could have hit him with that ball. But David gets out of the way, lets Bruce cover the court, and they get back into the pattern. Bruce is looking for his forehand.
Yeah, you
He's
can
very
see that.
patient. He's got it cocked and he's loaded up there, ready
That's right.
to go. There's the slash. That one came out.
See the light pole shaking on that as they reel off the wires.
These Green Mountain fences.
They're holding up
outstanding.
well.
They're holding up well. Very patient from Bruce. Bruce wants this title badly.
Bruce got David out onto the courts when he was about 15. They teamed up in New Jersey State League play. Someone said, well, why don't you let David try over there in that ad court? Bruce said, okay, put him over there. All it took was one time, and they never changed from that point.
And you saw Williams and Gruenberg there settle into a good pattern, made Bruce get a little impatient there. You can tell he's not too pleased with himself. Big hit, nice volley from Peter.
It was a great return.
Great return to serve.
That's what I'm saying. Peter's serving is not that strong at this point. The ball is sitting up, and they're really getting a good swing at it.
Really tee off on it.
That's good eye by
Good
Peter.
eye.
Lets it fall
Artie
wide.
said he couldn't help.
40 love.
Yeah, this is what they want.
Good volley.
Great volley there. David hit a great return. Peter came back to Bruce, and Bruce was just caught a little by surprise. It went to his backhand for that volley.
I think that hold maybe will settle them down a little bit. I think they were starting to think that it was going to be a tough afternoon for serving, but now I think that maybe they'll settle down a little bit, get into a pattern.
Well, David Ohlmuller will be serving with a 2-1 advantage. They won the first set 6-3. Playing for the 95 APTA National Championship.
Some of the fans out there without shoes on
That's
in the
right.
back.
That Andy Kinney.
Andy Kinney.
Who was involved in that long 3-set match with Bruce. Up there in the stands enjoying this match.
I think we also have to thank the Lineal Group. The Lineal Group for the Grand Prix Series. This is the last tournament. And Lineal's done a great job supporting paddle the whole year. Providing jackets, everything, great tournaments all over. I think there are, how many, 4 events, right?
Four
all over
events,
the country.
4 events. There was one in Chicago, Philadelphia, Greenwich, and Brookside.
And Brookside, exactly.
Right, and this is the Nationals, also counting for lineal points for a money pool for some of the players.
Peter with a good swing. Peter seems to be picking it up a little bit.
One of Peter Gruenberg's strongest points is return to serve, as is Artie's. David tying those gray Reeboks. He wants to make sure that...
Making a fashion statement, no doubt.
Right.
In case you're just joining us, a little earlier today, Sue Harry and Jerry Viant won the women's championship in 3 sets.
That's not a tight enough there. That ball didn't
Either
come
that,
off the
I
paddle.
think that return may have loosened him up again. David looking at 2 points from a break here.
It's a big game right here. Lot 30.
Peter will be looking to return it. Bruce with a great volley right to the baseline. Peter's still looking like he's having trouble with the sun.
Yeah, they're really battling it back in the corner there.
He's puts that hand up, you know he's in trouble. Wind is blowing and the sun is...
It's actually affecting the overheads too a little bit. Those soft overheads are drifting a little bit more.
And I think Peter got impatient. He'd rather
Very
not be
impatient.
fighting those balls coming out of the sun, so he swung at something he probably should not have swung at.
Yeah, we actually, the finals got started about an hour late because of the long first set that Kelsey and Ohlmuller played before. Then they were moved to the adjoining court to let the women start about an hour late, as I mentioned. So combine wind with setting sun, and well, maybe if we go 3 sets, a little bit of darkness. It could be interesting if we do reach set 3.
I think the players would like it if it got a little darker. They
little
wouldn't
darker,
mind
they
playing
wouldn't
under the
mind at
lights.
all.
You would actually see the ball a little bit better. Bruce gets out of the way, flips it back.
Just hit that short overhead.
David looking to keep hitting it.
There he comes.
The two-hander, but they jammed him, so he
Got
couldn't
jammed.
swing at it. It's a good play to keep it in the court.
Especially when they throw the lobs up into the sun, you're going to see David really look to come in. touch. Nice
Bruce
play.
dug it out of the wires
One of
nicely.
the toughest shots is to play that ball coming directly out of the side wire there on the slow ball. Bruce did it well. The forehand, nice drop volley. David's there.
Now he tried to cut it back.
Tried to go back too much angle there. Would have been better to go down the middle, but it's easy to call him from up here. We had plenty of time.
15-40. So a chance for Gruenberg and Williams to tie up set number 2.
Oh, he floated.
What did that get?
There's a drop. Bruce goes for it
Oh,
and
went
hits
for
it
too
long.
much. That went for too much there.
And that's what happens. We are at 2-2.
Nice recovery.
Back to 2.
Nice recovery by Peter and Artie.
That's right.
They looked like they were on the verge of teetering a little bit. Artie was a little bit wild, but they're settling back. And Artie's got a chance to get a lead here in the second set.
Mark Williams with the serve. He's 0 for 3 serving so far.
Slash and hits Bruce.
And it hit Bruce.
It hit Bruce after
it hit the deck, I
hit the
believe.
court
Yes.
in play, so
Yeah,
the
hit
point
in.
counts.
Hit in, then hit him right near the knee guard.
Yeah. Game that may be turning here a little bit. A little momentum going to Artie and Peter, and paddle can be a game of streaks. You can get it when you get some momentum.
When it goes fast.
Yeah. Looks like it's changing a little bit.
It's a great lob. I don't know if you could see that one either. They switched as well now. They're switching back. Peter was looking for that forehand. Nice play. He had a good swing at that one.
Yeah, he did. He just tried to make it a little too close.
Went to the high part of the net.
Yep.
Tough to sneak it by. Good drive by David.
David came right out and hit that ball in a perfect spot. Bruce yelled no, but David volleyed it.
Would have been an out ball. Sometimes it's so close, it's tough to let him go.
There's a
Nice
good drive through. David
There's that
makes
nice
the play.
backhand.
Very close to that side line.
Tough from our vantage point. Charlie Stevens going to start earning his money now. It's a very tough ball to call as a slash coming down fast right at the feet.
Coming down at a
We
low
also have
angle.
some
and it hits and
shadows.
skips.
Right. We have some shadows. We don't. They call it
Artie's calling it 30 all.
30 all.
Artie having trouble seeing that overhead.
Boy, that's
rare
a
mistake from Bruce.
Right there, and he is
Contemplating in the corner.
Into the corner. It's a
40-30.
lonely corner when you're in there by yourself after a lob like that. It's a nice try.
There's a great
He did
volley
it.
by Peter.
What a shot. This is what we mean.
Fast action. Those were
Fast
great shots. Great
Those were
return, great volley, great get.
Two exceptional volleys there.
And now it looks like nothing happened. They're back in
That's right.
defensive mode.
5 great shots, nothing to show for it.
There's a
Came
Nick
out, nice
David
play.
with a good acrobatic
Good
move to
gyroscope there.
throw
Get
it
the
back.
gyro going. Oh, he
I
got down
think
low.
he got
Stop
that
volley.
one too.
Really
David
a
having
drop.
to work a little bit. Here comes the
Here
forehand.
comes. Oh, volley, and he loves it.
Like Gruenberg.
That was bang, bang. A one-timer from the slot. Gruenberg hit it with a blocker.
That was a goal.
Blocker. Looked like Mike Richter on that. Pete's a big Rangers fan.
What a shot by Gruenberg for the winner.
That's a big game
That's
for
a
them.
big game because
is a
they
big
were,
game.
like we said before, they were a little bit on the verge, and now they're coming back.
Here's a look at it.
From down low.
What? Nice lob. Peter goes back battling that sun. It's a short one. Look at this. Oh,
There it was, the
great play.
backhand blockers.
Great play.
Volley.
He'll be talking about that one later. He'll be able to tell those twins of his.
That's
Right,
right.
great volley there to keep themselves in the match here in the second set.
So it is 3-2 now, Williams and Gruenberg. And a good crowd on hand for today's
Brave
APTA
crowd here,
Nationals.
fighting the high winds here at the Montclair Golf Club. We're in an open area. Winds are gusting about 30 miles an hour, I would say.
It's a little cool
little
here from
cool.
our vantage point. Enjoying it up here,
Well, also
though.
we have
It's a good
pretty
view.
much an all New Jersey final, so that helps in the crowd category.
Unfortunately, these tournaments are usually held over the weekend, and you have a lot of players coming in on first day on a Saturday, and then many of them are eliminated, and they tend to, leave and go back, so they don't see some of the action in the finals. So
Yeah, 256 men took part in the tournament this year, 128 women.
Bruce to serve with a new ball. Peter comes out swinging.
It's a dead ball. Tough to hit that drive on it.
Said that ball is not quite as lively when it comes out solid right now. Artie have to hit it a little harder, and he does.
You don't have to worry about pace with Artie. Nice high lob.
Looks like they're settling right in.
This is a big game right here. Momentum's going in Gruenberg and Williams' favor.
I said, would think that both Peter and Artie have decided just to ease it up a little bit and have playing a little bit more under control. Haven't been making the mistakes they did earlier.
Here comes a slash and a drop.
That's a great slash drop.
Oh, boy.
That's the other problem with the slash. He can go with the heavy slash or the slow ball drop shot, and impossible to retrieve. I think he liked that one. He's over there talking.
That one hit the court and almost stuck right to it.
It did. It was so much
almost
spin
no
on it.
bounce to it.
That's one where you're running
Bruce
for about
with a
6
fall.
miles.
Usually when Bruce faults, he comes back out and hits it harder. That's a good
He
serve.
did it. Nice call. Right up there in the sun. Controlled drive. He's coming
That's
back
great.
again.
Bruce made no attempt to volley that ball. He knew it was going to be by him. He's played off the
Gonna
back
switch
wire.
again. No, not yet. They had to wait. Now they'll switch. Ooh,
Comes
no,
a slash.
got into trouble.
Got him in trouble is right.
Bad lob, and then they didn't make the switch.
When you have a team out of position, is there anything you can do to take great advantage of that immediately?
Well, you know that when a player's not used to the side that they're playing on, you try to spin the ball on the wires because usually they're not used to those angles. If you try to catch them on a switch like that, you can drop a ball. They're running in a different direction. Bruce is a little anxious. He faults away that game.
It'll be interesting to see how Bruce especially reacts here. They had things pretty much going their way.
They
and
did. Is that 4 games
4-2.
in a row?
4 games in a row.
4-2,
So
4 in a row.
it looks like we said the momentum had changed, and Artie and Peter picked it
They
up.
did a good job hanging in there. That's one of the things. You got to hang in there.
It's a big service game for Peter. The thing is that they know that his serve is going to be hit.
You got that by. You're going to see.
Now remember, Kelsey and Ohlmuller had won 5 games in a row. 3 to close out the first set, 2 to start this
Yeah.
set. So, as you fellas
yeah,
have
it's
mentioned, it is a
streaky.
game
It's
of
a very
big
streaky.
swings.
Well, that's the one thing. You can hang in there long enough to get the momentum to switch back.
Here's another high lob.
They won't mind those up there on this side, though. Good volleys. You can also see the Williams and Gruenberg's volleys are getting much sharper here as we're getting deeper into the match.
Artie says, I have it. Puts it to Bruce's backhand.
Close, nice and deep.
David digs him out of the
Little
wires.
slash.
There,
That's
that ball
been.
hit the
There it is
seam.
again.
Bruce made a good get. Haven't beaten David over those wires yet, though. Just putting them back up.
Very steady. It's Nick. Look in that middle.
Bruce is going to hit
Miscommunication.
this.
Here's an opportunity. Notice the slow drive. If he hit that drive any harder, it would have come back at
Yeah,
him.
that was the key. Bruce played it under control, made a nice shot. Peter tried to take a little too much, try to get that point back quickly again. 15 all. Oh, he laid off that. Bruce had a real rip at it.
Good eye.
Admonishing himself on that deuce court side.
Good serve.
Another good
Good
serve.
serve from Peter.
I think find it. If there's a place to serve David, it's down the center.
Down
Make
the
him
center.
move him out. The farther you can make him move before he hits, the better off you are.
40-15. Chance to move up 5-2.
Let's see what Kelsey. Oh,
The fault.
a little short there. That was a break. Bruce had been missing a few balls. They're certainly going to accept that at that point. Good serve again.
That was a good volley.
There's that two-hander.
Great
Bruce
volley.
never picked it up.
Great
Couldn't pick it
volley.
up.
Peter made a good ball. He thought Artie was going to volley it, and it came by him, and he managed to make a good
The
reflex
hard volley
volley.
did it right there. Bruce has got great hands, but it was too fast for him. I think maybe the glare off the court might have caused that.
See, this return is going to go by Artie, and Peter's going to be caught a little bit by surprise, makes the quick-handed shot, and here he puts a good force behind it, and Bruce can't handle it.
Never saw it. Never saw it.
Players are relaxing in between games.
It's a good look.
David looking at the, is it time to change balls? Sounds pretty solid.
Just on the walkway between the two courts, checking out the sun, is
Peter and
Larry
Artie
Chapin. Standing behind
Larry,
our
our
camera
tournament
operator.
director.
Our tournament director. We have to thank Larry Chapin for inviting us to come up here and make
Enjoying
fools of
ourselves this afternoon on television.
But the one thing I notice about Larry, he's got a hot cup of coffee, and
We
there's
are
none of
freezing
it
to
here.
death. That's right. Larry forgot to tell us this was going to be outdoors here today. You're on the air, Larry. That's right.
That's right. Smile for that camera, Larry.
There we are.
Okay.
In our cold weather
There
gear.
we are.
All right, back to set 2. Dave Ohlmuller is serving.
It's quite a streak here for Gruenberg and Williams.
And we are staring at a third set.
Peter fighting off the sun, letting Artie come over and take a lob. Very difficult when you're actually hitting at players that are looking into the sun, because you have such a good view of the ball. You think they see it better than they do.
That's right.
And it's hard to realize that they're fighting it.
There's another volley
Great
from Peter.
volley. Peter has really picked
Perked
up his
up.
volley.
First set he was a little shaky, and now not only is he making the volleys, but they're stiff. They're on a roll.
Yeah, love 30. 5 games in a row.
Look at that return. That was drilled. And another great volley.
He can't see it.
Bruce,
Nice play by Artie.
Bruce on the wrong side, and he gets beaten. That's one of the first times we've had someone miss in the wires. Bruce was on the wrong side of the court.
Triple break point, triple set point.
The lead serve.
That was a little tight also. You
See,
got love 40.
David basically just pushed that serve. He didn't really hit it. He's got to keep on hitting the ball. No, try.
There it
See,
is.
he pressed a little bit too much.
So we will head to the third set as Gruenberg and Williams win set 2 by a score of 6-2.
Oh, this is very
no
interesting.
tiebreaker
That's
in
right.
the third
National
set.
championships is normally, if you get to 6-all, you'll play a 12-point tiebreaker. National championship, this final set will be played out. I
So we
don't
could be
know
here
if
a
I
while.
have enough
I
clothes.
think it's like the Davis Cup. You can really see the confidence flowing from Williams and Gruenberg. Their drives are starting to get sharper. The volleys by Gruenberg are great. Good communication. Kelsey and Ohlmuller are a little bit shaky at this point. They're reeling.
I would say that all it's gonna take though is a little offense from Bruce and David, and you'll see them spring right back into life.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Williams and Gruenberg did a good job at 2-0 down to hang in there. I think you're going to see these guys are well seasoned.
They have to stop their momentum, and I think it's going to take some real good shots. Bruce trying to pump up David.
Well,
David
15.
saying one set. He knows that he just has to play one set for the national championship. He's going to hit.
There's no turning back now.
Peter fought off that.
Boy.
He had a very tough time seeing it.
Nice dig. There's that slow one. Great
Bruce
get.
gets it.
There's that tough ball off the side wire. They're
where
working him over.
this was going to be hit.
Yep,
And
too
it's,
fast. We saw him load up early for that one.
Yes, you can
the
see.
roundhouse. It was like a bolo punch.
That overhead just comes back off that back wire too far out. You
That
know
was
David's
the
going to
human
swing away.
forehand right there.
See, Bruce,
Nope.
though, trying to pick up the pace. He recognizes that a little offense is going to turn the tide.
No footwork, though, on that one.
No, that's right. That's right.
He knows it, too.
Bruce's backhand drive off the wire is one of the best in the games, but he just was a little casual at that point. And his serve was long. Already trying to force it so David couldn't drive it. This is what we're talking about. When Bruce gets a swing at this and they get a break, it could change that. It's a good serve.
He made sure he made that one. Made him make the volley. Especially at 15-40. Nice dig there. Oh, sun. Lost it in the sun again. I think if Williams and Gruenberg had their choice, they would have liked to serve from this side, the near side, because that sun is brutal.
That's
and
true.
The string has been broken.
Game to Kelsey and Ohlmuller. Here's a look again at the sun that the players on the far side of the court are looking into, and it doesn't take a visit to Stonehenge for me to tell you that as this match wears on, the setting sun is going to bother the players on the far court even more.
Absolutely.
The problem is that that sun gets lower and balls that are coming at you that really would be easy to hit become very difficult. A very high lob actually goes up out of the sun, and you can have an easier time making a play on that.
The glare
ball.
is tough.
David, okay.
I don't think we should talk about it.
So with a break here,
Break in
and
the
we're
action.
tied at 1 set apiece and 1 game into set number 3, we are going to take a short pause, and we'll be back with our remainder of the third and final set right after this for the Montclair Golf Club.
I guess
There's millions of people out there who manage their own money. At Waterhouse, I think we are particularly proud that our commission rates are among the lowest of any nationwide discount broker. You take a trade of 200 shares at $25. Schwab will charge you $89. Fidelity charges $88.50. And Quicken Riley charges $60.50. Our commission is $35. That's a big difference.
See how much Waterhouse can save you. Call this number now for this free brochure.
Price may bring a lot of customers in the door of Waterhouse Securities, but what keeps them here is service. We can execute a market order within 3 to 6 seconds. We provide a free Standard & Poor's stock guide. We offer 500 to 600 no-load mutual funds. We're a member of the New York Stock Exchange. We have over 60 offices around the country. We give them the price, we bring them in the door, and then we give them outstanding service.
Call this number for a free brochure comparing rates and services and start saving money now.
All right, as we continue set number 3, Kelsey and Ohlmuller won the first set 6-3. Williams and Gruenberg won the second set 6-2. And right now, Kelsey and Ohlmuller lead in the third set.
again, you can see Bruce served, did not make an attempt to volley that ball. Artie hit a great drive. Bruce was content to go back and play it off the screen. And there's a good ball. He got the
nice get by Gruenberg.
Bruce yelling no, not to volley, but you
I
really
think,
have...
I think he didn't want David to volley that one. Bruce is very intense.
Peter missed his first return. Let's see what he does with this one. Doesn't have to do anything.
Return that time.
Bruce went for a little action. He was going to really spin that ball off the back wire and make Peter move way over to the ad court
I think
side.
after that first return, he should have maybe taken a little bit off that one, let Peter take another swing at it. He didn't look good on that first one.
Artie's going to try to hit one right down the center again.
Good ball.
Yeah, he did.
Artie's got the big forehand also.
30-15.
I think we'll see Kelsey really try to jam him.
Probably come with some smoke. As hard as he can hit it. David fighting off those volleys. That ball's hit a little too high, and it's easier for them to see that overhead.
This is late decision, I think, to make that overhead.
Yeah, Artie was, again, a little tentative.
He likes that shot.
Questioning
though.
that,
He's looking
yeah.
for that shot, but then he's thinking.
Chance to go up to love.
Another fault.
40-30.
2 faults in a row to Gruenberg's side.
That's a good serve. That's a great serve. Forces Artie to make a mistake.
Kept Artie on the back wire there. Had another reversal here.
Yes,
This
we
is another
said.
one of those streaks that we were talking about.
So all it took was a little offense from Bruce and David. They're back
Nice
in it.
call there by my partner.
And Gruenberg serving, and a huge game here.
He puts a little too much on it. The ball's a couple inches long.
Now we're gonna see what these champions are made of here. Down a break. And 2 faults.
They won it last year, 6-4, 6-3 over Erskine and Gillespie.
Now Peter putting himself in a hole with 2 faults. He's trying to hit it, but he's just pushing it a little too far. Good spin in the wires.
Good spin.
David digs it out. Goes for the nick.
Nice flipper. Might have taken an out ball there.
They're playing. Here's our tournament host.
15-30.
Very high lob.
That backhand, he
And a
sweeps
great
it over.
volley by Peter, though.
Peter knew exactly where that one was going. Big point right here.
You see them, working
in
Bruce's
the middle,
backhand,
work in
and
the
then
middle.
try to get the side wires to keep David out
Now
of
here
the
comes a little
play.
splash. Not quite low enough. Very patient from Williams and Gruenberg. Nice overhead in the neck there. Ohlmuller was ready.
Oh.
Didn't look like, they weren't sure there. Maybe a little miscommunication.
15-40. Double break point with a chance for Kelsey and Ohlmuller to go up 3-0 in the 3rd set.
Volley. Don't
No,
wanna leave
2
it short,
great
though.
volleys there.
They got themselves out of trouble there. 2 short balls. Slash.
Bruce
Nice flip
comes
by
back with, tries a reversal.
Nice ball. That slash also keeps you on the very defensive.
I think what they want to do here is to try to move Bruce around a little bit more.
I definitely got to work him over to make David
Yeah.
be a little bit of a spectator here for a while.
Yep, there
You
they
can
go.
see
Get
about
him.
80% of the balls are going to Bruce, even when the lob goes to Artie.
See if David will get a little anxious and start to move out of the corner and get himself out of
You
position.
will certainly see him start creeping over, and once he gets an opportunity, he's going.
He's still staying in there. You can watch him, and he's still ready to go. Obviously, Peter and Artie have that same intention to work Bruce over, keep him moving around that deuce court side.
They must have hit about 15 straight
And
shots
there
at him.
they forced the
worked
error.
for him.
Forced the error.
They wore him down. That is definitely the plan, it looks like.
30-40.
Well, they've got this
But now
big
they've got to
point
serve
to
to
dodge
David.
here.
They're gonna let Bruce beat him. If Bruce can beat him, they're gonna take it. They don't want to mess with David. And that's why. There's the big forehand. And another reversal. It's like a
Good
wrestling
strategy,
match.
but if you have to go back to David sometimes.
He does have to return the serves, unfortunately.
It came down to serving, though. Peter, put
Little
that ball in the box a little short. It was a little easy, and David's certainly going to capitalize on it, and he did.
Those serves get shorter and shorter also as the score gets deeper into the third set, and you're down. Now they're down 2 breaks.
Here's that winning return of serve by Ohlmuller.
David really takes it early. Ball's on the rise,
short,
and
though.
he's right over it. The serve was short and certainly made it a lot easier for David to hit a good return.
Peter knows it was short.
David drinking his Gatorade mix in between for a little energy. Certainly Bruce and David want to keep the momentum going here. They have the sun at their back.
A future paddle player walking around. And a reminder once again that all the players came out, had a lot of fun the few days that this tournament was run here at Montclair and at Short Hills. But again, the true benefactors of this, the children at Children's Specialized Hospital, the proceeds of the tournament went to benefit Children's Specialized, located in Mountainside. And so they were the true winners of this tournament. So congratulations to everyone involved for the effort on behalf of Children's Specialized Hospital.
Bruce still trying to pump up David. Peter with a long return.
I think Bruce and David can sort of sense a little trepidation from Williams and Gruenberg. They look a little bit unsure of themselves. He's going to swing at it.
And they let it go
They
through.
Let it go. The volley.
David comes back. This is a great exchange. Both teams are hanging in.
Now that they've got pace back, are they going to start to go back at Bruce? No, we won't know.
I think so.
15 all.
See what kind of a serve David comes up with here.
Good serve. Kept him out wide. Couldn't get all of it. Nice slow roller.
Look at Artie's eyes. He's watching the balls, and he's really squinting. Bruce looking, got the corner, but
Peter was ready.
Peter covered for Artie.
There's that tough lob. They got to settle down again. Williams and Gruenberg making a few errors. He made his play. He's going out. Let it go.
And Bruce had backed off the net, and he took a little better view of that ball and knew that it had a little extra pace on it.
And in case you didn't quite get that one was long. Bruce letting everybody know.
He fooled him with that volley there.
40-15. A chance to go up 4-love.
What a volley.
Oh,
great play.
Tremendous move.
He picked that one out of midair and had trouble going back, leaning backwards on that last forehand.
Already standing in the shade to start out with, but has to come out in the sun to hit. And David did not make an attempt to even volley that either.
Good volley, hit the snowboard. Nice and soft volley.
And my error before was actually 15-40, and so game on that point goes to Williams and Gruenberg.
Huge game for Williams
what
and
they
Gruenberg.
needed.
They were being threatened with being rolled out of the park here, and they come back again. This is why they're champions. You don't get to 15 out of 18 finals and win a couple of national titles by packing it in when it gets a little
that's
tough.
right.
Good competitors.
putting a new ball in play, and they're just trying to hit it a couple times. Artie probably take a practice serve. Bruce
hits a good
practice
return.
return.
All right, now we'll see if we got a match here. Artie had trouble last time on a serve with the sun.
If Artie does not put it down the middle here, Bruce will take a good swing at it. And he did get it in the middle. It's a good serve.
He had trouble with that one. Sun caused him to miss hit that overhead. David's looking for the offense. Bruce with it.
David came over. Yeah, came over it a little too much.
I think he was looking for a faster ball. There was sort of a change of pace overhead. He smothered it.
This is where David, I think, will try to come back right away with all the heat he can hit.
Nice volley. Oh, Kelsey on a nice poach. Gruenberg with a great volley. Kelsey was there and slid it by him.
Key to that was David's return. He hit it easy enough to drop it below the top of the net, forced the volley up, and Bruce came in and finished off the point. David cuts in front of Bruce to make that play. No! They're forced a volley error from Peter.
Peter was sort of leaning back on that one. David might have fooled him. Doesn't take much. If you're off a little bit, that ball sails. It's a small court. Ooh. David is not happy with himself on that one.
And he said so many times that he has not hit the ball into the net so many times.
I think maybe 2, but for him, that's a bunch.
30 all.
Miscommunication. Good volley.
Good, great volley. Looks like at the net, at least on one side of the court, becoming a little easier to see. Look at Peter. He looks like he's not having as much trouble with
the lobs, especially. Good lob. Very deep lob. And they switch positions. There's the angle. Look at that kid.
Oh,
we couldn't cook it around. Bruce moving right to left, flipped the volley back across his body into the deep corner. Williams couldn't get there. We have break
30-40 at this point.
30-40.
30-40.
Another big game right here. Big point. You know what David's going to do. Have to serve by him.
Yeah, that was a great serve by Artie.
There's the slash.
The ball's going to be hit.
Going to hit it. Nice volley. Good move. Artie with a reach back volley there. He's going again. This is where David's at his best, when he's bouncing around in there.
And they try to move him out way out of the wires and hit an easy one back there.
In this game, you see David hitting a lot more balls. I'm sure they're ready for it. Bruce. Oh.
He tried to flick it and missed.
And he got there a little late. I think he thought Bruce was going to hit that ball.
It's good to get battle back to deuce for
exactly right. Good character building right
Artie.
there.
Needs another good serve.
These guys are tough. There's a big forehand, sure-handed volley. Gruenberg was there, stopped him from point-blank range. Lob, stretching him out on the lob, looking for that overhead to come out of the wires.
Surprised they're coming back to David's side as much as they're coming back to him.
They had good success before.
Oh, just David
good
just
play.
Yeah.
They might be going back to David's side because of what you said about the sun.
It could be. It
because
could be.
The lob coming out of Bruce's corner.
He's giving him a little more trouble.
A little trouble there, so they must be doing it on this side. We'll see if they change when they get back to the other side.
And Ohlmuller.
There's the heat. They didn't see it. Good recovery. They're going to have to be patient now.
No spike. He was looking for it, but it's
tough to do the spike. Down in the third. Yeah. On break point also. Oh. Nice flip. It barely went over the net. Peter is fighting that sun. Here it comes. Oh no. Slow ball again. Got him. That was tight.
Yeah,
Kelsey and Ohlmuller with the game.
He definitely lost that one too. I think the glare off the court
I think the
is
sun
making
is
a big problem. he usually doesn't miss that forehand. He's got a big swing.
Well, that's his strength.
That's his strength.
He had one right in his swinging range. 4-1 though. It's going to be an uphill battle. They're going to need to keep that ball. I think they're going to need to keep it coming to Bruce's side. I think that their strategy with the sun at their back.
They switched up here. Ohlmuller now on the right. And then on the next shot, Ohlmuller is going to be right in the middle of the court for the winner.
See. There it is. He knows that he was way ahead of that ball. I think he lost it off the glare. 4-1. We're going to see. I think you're right, Scott. I think they're going to go back to Bruce's corner that stopped the streak to begin with. And we're going to have to see what's going to happen here.
Now Bruce Kelsey will have the serve.
He's been serving well. Been keeping, especially Artie, sort of at bay with the serve off the side screen, and that carries along the back wire. It's tough for Artie to get around on that one.
And Kelsey's won 2 of his last 3 serves.
We'll see how he moves that ball around. He likes to serve, well, serve to Peter in the deuce court. Bruce likes to serve it down the center of the service box, try to get it to kick off that back wire and move Peter way over to the ad court. See if he fires his first serve in. Sometimes it's tough just coming off after a break to hit one that well.
He got a swing at it.
He did. It was a good return by Peter.
There wasn't enough spin on that one, Bruce. I thought was going to really spin it in there.
There's the ball starting to go back to Bruce.
Back to Bruce, so we can definitely guess that it was the sun factor. That one he had to hit there, a little nick.
Yeah. So a ball like that has to be put when balls are coming back deep across court. It's difficult to hit it toward Bruce. He forced that volley in the wrong spot.
Bad spot there.
Come on, let's go.
Bruce
Kelsey
wants
from
to
Short Hills, Ohlmuller from Montclair, trying to win the championship.
Bruce fired that one a little long.
Little adrenaline rush there, I think.
Yeah.
15 all.
I want Peter to take a swing at this ball if it's there.
Now there's one. We thought maybe put it off the wires. There's a leg cord. It didn't go.
It won't go over.
Will not go. The net is very tight here. If you notice, it's highly strung. We didn't get any lead cords the whole weekend ourselves, so we can see that one. It's very tight. Tough to get the ball to go over.
40-15.
Bruce serving well.
That was a little sloppy on the forehand, but Bruce pumped the serve home.
They threatened to go up 5-1.
This is a big, big serve right here.
They would have a huge command of this third set.
Nice catch.
No, David ran it down.
Rejected.
But
he had the right shot.
Give the credit to Peter there. That serve was very hard. He took his time. He rolled the ball easily and set that point up. See if Artie can take another swing at this one.
There it
Comes
is.
right back
Great
at
return.
him.
Deuce.
These guys are fighting back. It's their title. They don't want to give it up just yet.
They've got to, though. They've got to win this game almost.
Oh, terrific return by Peter. I'd like to see them both swinging. That means they still have some confidence.
It's a dropper.
Drop it. That could get him in trouble.
Those hands. Picked it right out of the air. He's got that wrist, a supple wrist. From point blank range. Bruce is very appreciative of that.
It gives him the advantage.
Advantage Kelsey.
Artie's got to take one more rip at this serve. Bruce is going to challenge him. I think he'd try to serve down the middle if he could. No, that was a good serve.
Artie's saying to himself, I should have let it play up the back screen.
5-1. Kelsey and Ohlmuller.
Well, it's now or never for these guys.
That's true.
We're going to see, but another streak here. One game in there from Williams and Gruenberg, but that was a tight game as well. Tight serve on the first one.
Peter pressing. He just does not want that ball to be ripped at him, and he's trying to serve it a little too fine.
You also don't want to be down love 5 here. Looking at David Ohlmuller. He served a good ball, though. Good volley. The flip. Bruce has got that nice flip off the screen.
Get the feeling that David and Bruce feel that they can break this, win this match right here.
Absolutely.
Right
They're
here.
looking to knock him out. They've got him reeling. They got to take him out.
Bruce playing confidently. It's a good forehand swing right there. Artie with a good volley to keep it in play.
Once again, the overheads are going back a little bit too much to Ohlmuller, I think. They had their best success in the middle there when they were going at Bruce.
They're fighting off every time David gets an offensive chance. Some great volleying to keep him up here at the net, not lose a point.
This game is going to be a war.
I don't think David's going to be the one to crack. I think they have to try to move it ball at Bruce, force an error if they can.
Oh,
that was.
Well, that took a weird hop out of the corner. David was ready for it.
He was ready for it.
But it came out very quickly, and you have to change the angle of your paddle just to keep it in play. He made a good move at it, but just didn't flick it high enough. There's a big serve for Peter. Let's see him hit a good one here. Kept it
with that big forehand off the screen. That's two this game already. There's the two-hander again. David's looking for the offense.
Yeah, it looks like Artie and Peter keep looking for it. They want to see that ball being hit at him, and they keep feeding David.
Good touch volley.
Bruce with a great shot.
Bruce is really playing well here in the latter stages of the third. Here comes the
Bruce's slash.
Artie's down, almost on his knees.
Artie and Peter switch.
Coming out. Here comes the shot.
There's a great shot down the line. David tries a little trick shot.
A showboat shot.
Nothing he could do on that one.
That's a 5-1 up shot there, the behind the back special.
I think so.
Made famous by Charlie Stevens at the Morristown Field Club.
Bruce a little too pumped up, pushes the volley long.
He had the spot.
40-15.
David set him up, but the champions are fighting back. Not just yet. They're not giving up yet.
Long. 40-30.
The only 2 points. The only 2 points he's lost are 2 faults. He's got to put the ball in play, give himself a chance.
You know, David's bringing the heat here. There it is. What a volley and tremendous depth.
Oh, that was a fabulous volley by
right
Peter.
into the corner. Bruce showing good offense off the screens here on the forehand side especially.
Yeah. See that ball coming down the middle a little bit more.
There it is again.
That's a great spin.
We've seen it again.
Nice shot.
I will say that it takes a lot of guts to do that at this stage in the match, but he knows it's an effective shot.
Gruenberg and Williams with the win. Hey, we talked about this being a game of streaks. Well, we have a little moment here. 6 first games, nobody held serve. Then Kelsey and Ohlmuller won 5 games in a row, including 3 in a row that won out the first set. But then Gruenberg and Williams came back to win 6 games in a row to win the second set. And at this point, now Kelsey and Ohlmuller have won 5 of 7 here in set 3. So it has been a game of swing.
It's a strange thing, but it happens so often. The matches are close, but anything can turn it. And Peter and Artie right now are looking to keep their momentum going after that nice hold. Especially good comeback too, because Peter served the first ball as a fault, and you don't want to be staring down David Ohlmuller at love 15, trying to keep yourself in the match. There's David right there.
Now, if you're Gruenberg and Williams, you're thinking, well, we just won a game, so we're in a little bit of roll. And Ohlmuller has only won 1 of his 6 service games.
Well,
good stat there, Paul. Good stat.
This serve right here will be a big serve to Peter. You certainly want to get out in front and have David Bruce trying to catch up.
Absolutely.
I think David's going to try to serve it to Peter's forehand.
There it is.
He did. Peter hit it.
Nice ball. Came out slow. Good ball. He's there. A little too hard off the screen.
Oh, he lets it go. And then gets the net cord. Bruce is going to get it.
There's an angle.
It's going to go too long.
Nice point.
Great
point.
point.
Split by Gruenberg.
Great point.
You're not done yet, folks.
Now, Artie's going to get his swing at it here, too.
Great
It's a
serve by
great serve.
David.
Looked
Kept
like
it along the wire.
that was so close to being a fault. That's a great serve.
Uh-oh. Now, see, that could have been the glare, too. That one is onto Prospect Avenue there. Oh, and a lucky fan has the ball.
Peter swung. That's the problem. That timing that ball went right off the edge of the paddle and cleared the court. He needs to keep swinging, though. He needs to hit that ball. He lets it go to the wire. I think that's a mistake for them. I think he needs to keep the offense up. Bruce and David content to just keep him at the back court.
Very patient. They're going to take their chances with the offense when they get them, but they're not going to force the issue. Notice how Artie let that one go. Let Peter take a swing at it off the back wire. That's a tough play. Great lob. He's going to swing down
That's
the
a
line.
great shot.
Dave's there. Oh,
He pushes it too.
He pushed it. I thought he was going to go for the dropper there, the reverse angle dropper. It would have been the right time for it, but too tough. Tried to push it through Kelsey. Pushed it on.
30-15.
30-15. Ohlmuller and Kelsey
away.
2 points away.
Good swing again. He's going to hit it. And he's going to
Hit it again. They got to put it up there. That's good.
That's going to be trouble.
Bruce makes the volley. That was it. They let that one go, and that's trouble.
The high
Bruce,
lob
very
from Williams.
vocal. There's a nick along the wire. Great dig.
Digs it out.
Oh,
great
good.
volley.
Great volley, and
Championship points. Double championship point.
40-15. Well, I'd still like to see Peter take a good
think
rip
he
at
should
this
take a
ball.
rip at it.
Take
I
a
think he
good
should
swing.
take a
Just
rip.
can't put it in play. He's got to go for the point right here.
He did hit it.
It's great.
There, though. Watch the flip. Bruce is there. He got it.
Bruce makes the
Got it.
volley.
Great flip.
Very happy.
Great play. Off
Bruce
the
and-
screen.
Bruce and David, I think, deserve the championship. They served very well and played a real outstanding match today. Peter and Artie
Great
fought
team.
hard, tried to come back, but I think David and Bruce had
It's their year.
had the edge.
Their year. They played very well. Really, David's year, huh?
That's
David
right.
had a hot year.
David has not lost yet this year in any of those tournaments he's played. He's really proven he's got some offensive advantage.
And here is championship points.
See the nice drive by Peter, not shy. David
Great.
going for the flip off the screen. Bruce stays in because he
Stay-
knows he's going to hit it, and he flips it back. Couldn't get it.
Peter
Beat him
can't
to
make
the
the
short
volley.
side.
And the reaction by Bruce Kelsey, and then he looks for his teammate. So Bruce Kelsey of Short Hills, David Ohlmuller of Montclair. They are the 1995 APTA National Champions. We'll be back to with the trophy presentation from courtside right after this.
Looks like you're car shopping. Running all over town. Trying to see as many cars as you can. Looking for the right car at the right price. Well, now there's a brand new way to shop for a car from Warnock. It's called the Car Buyer's Review, with 36 fact-filled pages of over 100 models. For your free copy, just call 1-800-WARNOCK. With over 100 car models to choose from, we'll never give you the runaround. Warnock. there really is a difference.
Welcome back to the Montclair Golf Club, and once again, the president of the APTA, Charlie Stevens.
Thank you, Paul. And again, it's my pleasure, but somewhat reluctantly, to award the silver medals from the APTA to this year's finalists, last year's winners, Pete Gruenberg. Pete, congratulations. Job well done.
Thank you.
And Artie Williams. Artie, nice
Thanks,
job.
Charlie.
Thanks very much. Great
for
match.
everything you've done.
Great match.
You're a great asset
Thank
to
you.
the game.
Now we would like to have Jerry Graham, the chairman of the men's event this year, to come forward, make a presentation to the finalists. Thank you, Jerry. Over here, Jerry.
Peter and Artie, congratulations. It was a wonderful match.
Thanks, Mr. Graham. Thanks for everything you
Not
did.
at all.
The tournament was spectacular. You're outstanding. Thank you.
Enough.
Arnie Dietrich, president of the Grand Prix event, also has a presentation for the finalists. Arnie?
Thank you guys for some great paddle. Some great paddle. Thanks, Arnie. Each year it gets better and better, and I have for you a check for the finalists' share in the tournament.
Thank you.
Once again, great play.
Thanks very much. Pete and I would like to say thanks very much to Lino Group. They've been supportive for the past several years, and without them, a lot of this wouldn't have been true. Mr. Dietrich is a great asset to the game. We really appreciate his efforts, and thanks very much for everything you've done.
Don't stop now.
Gentlemen, congratulations. Great final today.
Paul, now I think we'd like to get this year's national champions out here, Bruce Kelsey and David Ohlmuller. It gives me great pleasure, David, to present you the gold medal symbolic of the national championships for this year. And to the old man of the crew, Bruce Kelsey, who I'm sure this means a lot to, as national champion 1995. Congratulations, Bruce. We'd like to have Jerry Graham come back.
Guys, you'll get to do a lot of traveling with these.
Great.
David, thank you very
a lot.
much. It was a wonderful tournament. And Bruce, it's great to see an old guy do well.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Thank you,
Good
Money.
job.
And to present the winners with the championship bowl, the chairman of this year's overall event, who has done a really outstanding job for the entire weekend, Larry Chapin.
No tournament is complete without a bowl, and this is a rather important bowl. Gentlemen, symbolizing the national championship. David, congratulations. A wonderful tournament to you both. Bruce, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Supposed to hold it.
And once again, Arnie Dietrich with those checks for the winners.
When we started this program several years ago, we were looking for new blood and new young people to come help grow this sport. Well, I think we have found some today. It's a great, great tournament. It was good. David?
Thanks
You're
a lot.
Back here many, many more times.
Thanks.
See you.
Thank you.
You got to say that to him. I'm not so sure to me. No, but my legs may be soon.
Well, gentlemen, as long as I've got you here, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Bruce, it's nice that finally somebody mentioned young blood and brought you your name into this. Everybody else was saying you're the old warhorse of this tournament, but how does it feel to be the national champion for '95?
It's very hard to explain. It feels spectacular. Really feels fabulous. It's been a long time. I've played in this tournament many times, come fairly close, never been in the finals, and it just feels fabulous.
It was a strange game of streaks. After you guys had won 5 in a row to win the first set and the first 2 games of the second set, they went on a roll and won 6 games in a row. Did anything happen in that particular streak where they were doing so well?
Well, they picked it up, and we sort of had a second set mental lapse, I guess, and they, played better, and then we were able to turn around in the third set and pick it up again. It's a streaky game.
No doubt about it. And David, you guys put in a good early streak in the third set, although when it came down to that last game, I don't know, when you were serving, that you were only 1 of 6 for your serves as you started that last game. And
tell me that.
good thing you didn't know at the time. What were your thoughts as you went back to serve? Did you guys talk about anything as you served that last game?
We did, actually. He said serve it out, so I really just wanted to do it and end it there. So it was good to serve it out and win it.
As the day got a little longer and the sun started setting, did it bother you and your teammate in any way?
I think we played the sun really well, actually. So it was definitely bothersome, but we were lobbing well, so it was good.
Yeah, I was going to say, you seemed to make sure that your opponents had a little more trouble with it than you fellas did.
That's what we were trying to do, yeah.
And one final thing, Bruce, it looked for a while there that they were hitting a lot of shots at you. They were, I thought, trying to get you more involved in the game, take David out of it, lull him a little bit. Did you notice that? And then all of a sudden they changed their strategy.
Well, that kind of makes sense because you don't really want to hit it to David's forehand too often, and that's what we try to set up. And I don't know, I guess we managed to do it just enough times.
All right, Bruce Kelsey, David Ohlmuller, thank you very much. Congratulations, 1995 national champions. And that'll wrap it up for our coverage of the 1995 APTA Nationals. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And once again, from the Montclair Golf Club, good night, everybody.